Alright, here we go. So, 8 rules to riding. The 8 rules that have kept me out of trouble. And I guarantee if you have an accident or something, you're probably breaking one of the 8 rules. So, just adjust the camera there. So rule number 7 we're up to. No overtaking on roundabouts or corners. What does that mean? It means what it says. On a roundabout or a corner, don't be overtaking any vehicles. Vehicles on turns do funny stuff. They don't stick to their lanes, they might slide out or move in, and if they slide out, well, and you're on the outside, you're buggered. And if you're on the inside and they cut in, you're buggered again. It's, you know, corners are not an easy thing to manage for change, when there's change, you see. So it's the last place you want to be doing any kind of overtaking, maneuvering, all that sort of stuff. Corner really is something you typically go into, you prepare for beforehand, and you're ready when you're in it. You're going as you have prepared for it. You don't be preparing anything in the corner. I mean, these days with the quick shifts they have on motorbikes now, without the clutch, they're actually pretty good. You can be changing gears on a corner with a quick shift, and with traction control, you don't lose any traction, and it's all pretty smooth. Where in the past that wasn't always the case. You had to pull in the clutch. You would change the dynamic of your traction, and it was never a good thing to be changing gears on corners. But with quick shift you can these days, but that should be your last resort. You should still keep the mindset of being prepared for the corner before you go into it. And if there's something on the corner that you want to get around, leave it until you're out of the corner. I mean, like, just imagine now, I've got a car, I had a car in front of me here on this corner, and he's going slow, right? And I try to do a shifty and maybe go wide and go around him. He could end up driving out wide as well and pushing me to the edge. And you've got blind spots. When a car's turning, there's blind spots. So when a car's straight, I mean, it's hard enough for cars to spot you when you're going straight. There's already blind spots that way. But on a corner, because the car's turning, there's even more blind spots, and most likely the driver's focused on the corner. It's not typically, when you're doing cornering, you're not typically looking at your mirrors. You're focused on the bend, and so you're not going to see anything that might be coming around beside you on either the left or right side. And and as you know, drivers, well, they barely stick to their lane as it is when they're going straight, let alone on a corner. So don't be doing that. Now rule's number 7, and I didn't have that rule for a long time. I've only had that rule for I think 4 years, and that was for an actual incident. I wasn't on my bike, fortunately. I was in the car, but I was approaching one of those big roundabouts with like 3 lanes, you know, and I've gone into the, oh goodness gracious, let's see what freaking doing here, trying to squeeze through. And 3 lanes. This car on the, what do you call it, outside lane? Yeah, let's say outside lane. No, inside. Well, inside's the fast lane, right? Outside's the slow lane. Okay. I think that's the terminology. So this car on the outside lane, I'm thinking it's going straight. Why would you be turning across the roundabout if you're in the outside lane? The outside lane, you'd be going straight. If you wanted to turn across a roundabout, you'd be on the inside lane, inside of the roundabout, right? So he's on the outside, I'm on the inside. I'm thinking he's going straight. I speed up to overtake him. So I'm behind him. He's on the outside, I'm on the inside. I speed up to overtake. Fucking dickhead. Whoops, sorry, I swore. Car getting in front. Unbelievable, I'm sitting in that lane, the car just decides to move over. Anyway. But see, I'm applying my rules, you see, the previous rules. That's why I was able to manage that with no problems, because I got distance and relative speed and all that sort of stuff going on. So my rules are good. Anyway, as I'm manoeuvring past him, he cuts across the roundabout, and that extra little bit of speed that I applied to get past him then did not allow me to stop in time as he crossed in front, you see. If I had actually kept my position as he crossed in front, I would have picked it up, my speed would not have been increased or changed, and I should have been able to stop or turn to avoid him. But because of that little kick in speed to get past him, and then he's cutting across, well, geez, you've gone accelerate when you should be brake, you see, and it's too late. So that's why no overtaking on corners or roundabouts, and that means not just overtaking, but any slight advancement on a vehicle in that situation. No doing. Don't do that. Keep your position in the bend and actually be prepared for anything to happen in that bend. Now once you're out of the bend and your vehicles are straightened up, then go for it. But in the bend, hold your position and just wait for it. Wait for it to be over. There you go. There's rule number 7. 7 heaven. No overtaking on roundabouts or bends. I hope that helps. Let me know if you've used the rules, applied them, if you're new to riding or old to riding. Have you got some of your own rules that you found? Because, you know, that 7th rule has only been there in the last 4 years. If someone had have told me that earlier, maybe I would have just added that, and I could have avoided the situation if I had been more aware of that earlier, you see. So let me know what you use, or you've found out, or if you use these rules, or if you're new to riding. If you're new to riding, definitely have a good look at these rules. And if you don't even understand some of the rules or think why that would be the case or whatever, you probably need to, I don't know, draw out some scenarios and you know, basically I don't want you going having an accident to then figure out, oh, that's why that rule's there. So read the rules, understand them. If you can't work out why they're there and you don't think you should apply the rule, well, look into it a bit further until you can until you can be convinced, oh, I see why that rule's there. Because you definitely don't want to learn on the go and have it happen and then realise, oh, I see how that rule applies now. But yeah, let me know what you use, what works for you, what you found out, if you like my rules, and perhaps tweak them. You can tweak it. But I think 8 rules, you don't want too many rules, right? But I think 8 good rules that cover the lot is good. And I like the number 8. 8 on its side is infinity. So 8 rules to be riding forever, right? 8 rules for infinity of riding is kind of the way I look at it. Cheers. Catch you later.